What is going on, everyone? This is Samsotech, and today we'll be going over another brand new computer build. So this is another computer build with a budget in mind, and it's going to consist of the Pentium G3258, which is one of my favorite processors this year, and it's just got so much overclock headroom that it's just worth every single penny. So we're going to kick the build off with the case. We're going to go with the Roseville Blackstone Black Steel Plastic ATX case. So this Roseville build is absolutely awesome. It's an ATX case with plenty of room for you to build in. It's going to be perfect for most people that are just trying out computer building. Now we're going to go to the hard drive. The Seagate Barracuda 1TB 7200 RPM 64 MB cache is going to be perfect. This hard drive is going to give you plenty of room, plenty of speed, and plenty of everything for you to get all your gaming done. Now we're going to go with the power supply. We're going to go with the Corsair CX Series CX430 430 watt bronze certified. This bronze certified power supply is going to give you ample power, and it's going to give you a little room to add a couple more hard drives if you want it. Next, we're going to go with the RAM. The G.Skill Ripjaws X Series 4GB 240 pin DDR3 RAM is going to be awesome. This 1400 MHz RAM is going to be the perfect speed for these gaming titles these days, and the 4GB are going to be perfectly enough since most modern heavyweight gamers or AAA plus kind of games just don't need any more than 4GB. And if you really need to upgrade, you can always go with a dual 4GB setup. You can always do that. So I decided to cheap out a little with the MSI LGA1150 H81 motherboard. It does include SATA 6GB, but it's a little cheap, and I'm trying to save as much money on this as possible, so the motherboard is a little cheaped out. But overall, this build is going to be perfect for your needs. With the CPU, we're going to go with Intel Pentium G3258 Haswell. It's a LGA 1150. As I said before, it's one of my favorite processors this year, and it's just overall amazing. It gives you a lot of overclock headroom. I'm not gonna include a CPU cooler on this build, mainly because this is a budget-oriented build, and the only CPU cooler that I have in mind for this build would be the Noctua CPU cooler, which is around $75. So I'm not going to include that, but it's always an option. You guys can always search it up. It's going to be really good for this build. It's going to allow you to overclock quite a bit. So overall, I'm still not going to add it because, as I said before, I'm going to try to save as much money as possible. With the graphics card, we're going to go with the MSI R7 250 overclocked edition. So the R7 250 is going to give you plenty of horsepower. It's around $80 on Newegg, which is one of the cheapest middle-class graphics card you can get. It's really good, and overall, it's just going to be excellent for everyone. So this kind of wraps up the build. I'm not going to include the OS on this build, mainly because I don't really see a big reason to. Earlier in my earlier build videos, I kind of said the OS was really important, but it's not exactly as important as I deem it to be now. But you always have to keep in mind that the OS is going to cost an extra $100 or so, so keep that in mind. You can always go the Steam OS route, but yeah, it doesn't exactly give you the full power of the computer. So there's plenty of options out there. All right, so this build, the the case is a $45 case, which is the Roseville. The hard drive is $55. The Corsair power supply 430 watts is going to be $40. The G.Skill Ripjaws X Series 4GB is going to be $45. The MSI LGA1150 H81M P33 It's gonna run you around $45. The CPU, the Pentium G3258 Haswell dual core 3.2 gigahertz is gonna run you around $70. The MSI R7 250 overclocked edition is gonna run you around $80, and it's also gonna give you a AMD Bronze 1 game. So AMD is gonna give you a game for free. So all of this comes down to around $360 without taxes. So this is really cheap. It's gonna be perfect for anyone that's on a budget that wants to try out computer building. So yeah, $370. It's gonna be perfect. Other than that, this build is honestly gonna run most modern games on high to medium to high. So yeah, that wraps the build up, and this is Samsotech. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys actually try to build this computer and tell me what you feel about it. I mean, this build is the cheapest I could come up with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.